president pushing an alternate reality at his campaign rally in New Hampshire tonight, claiming without any evidence that no one will be safe in Joe Biden's America. But last time I checked, Donald Trump is president. So what about what's happening on his watch? Author and historian Jon Meacham is here. His new book is titled The Truth is Marching On, John Lewis and the Power of Hope. I can't wait to read that, and thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. His truth is marching on. Thank you so much, sir. So listen, this has been a crazy week. You have the president warning of chaos, but it's happening on his watch. How alarmed are you about what you're seeing in this moment in history? Because we have an issue with the truth in this country, a really big issue.
I'm deeply worried. You asked a moment ago, have we ever seen anything like this? And not really. This is the fullest manifestation of many of the worst and darkest forces in American life. This is as if George Wallace had become president in 1968, or as if Strom Thurmond had become president in 1948. And the war on fact, the war on the evidence of our eyes and the workings of reason, which was one of the founding principles of the country, however imperfect. Part of the point of the Republic was that we would give reason a chance to take a stand against passion and emotion and tribalism, nativism, ultimately isolationism, racism, extremism. We're supposed to use our brains and react to changing circumstance because those things have the capacity to shed light instead of simply generating heat. And we have a president who has decided that the generation of heat is the best means by which he can hold on to power.
What does this mean for our republic, you think? Is a democracy, is a republic holding together by a string now, a tenuous string?
It is tenuous. It's, I would argue we're about 55 years old in terms of the republic that you and I know. It was founded in many ways in the period between 1963 and 1965. Today's the anniversary of the March on Washington. I think of John Lewis as a founding father of the America we know, because the founders in the late 18th century articulated an ideal of liberty. John Lewis and others insisted a half century ago that we live up to that ideal. And you look at the Voting Rights Act, the Civil Rights Act, the Immigration Act in 1965, that created the polity that we have now. Think about this. 1968 was the first presidential election in American history that was not conducted under apartheid. Only a half century ago. And so, and even then, that's being pretty generous about 1968 and the access to the ballot. And so, the greatest form of nonviolent protest, and I do believe our greatest hope to saving the republic, which I do believe is worth the effort and worth the fight, is to vote. And as you were saying, to insist on truth. John Adams said, facts are stubborn things. And I think we have to follow those facts.
Yeah. Listen, you mentioned the March on Washington, and thousands gathered today at the Lincoln Memorial. 57th anniversary of the March on Washington. You're out with a new book on John Lewis, and because I butchered it in the open, your new book is titled His Truth is Marching On, John Lewis and the Power of Hope. How would he see this week?
He would see it not unlike the way he saw it that week 57 years ago. He was the young radical. The Kennedy administration had put two advanced men behind the memorial with a power switch to cut the mic if John Lewis seemed to become too revolutionary. He believed and said then, we're tired of being beaten by police. We're tired of going to jail. We're tired of being told to be patient. We want freedom now. Cut to June, in the wake of the murder of George Floyd. What was the last occasion where we saw John Lewis in public? He was standing at Black Lives Matter Plaza across from the White House. And there's a line between those struggles. And what John Lewis would say, and he did say at the very end of his life, is that if you don't think America can change, come walk in my shoes. But he also knew that we have to use those shoes and we have to keep moving.
John, I love you as a commentator and a person who comes on and discusses these issues, but I think I love you more as an author. And so I thank you for coming on this evening. Again, the book is His Truth is Marching On, John Lewis and the Power of Hope. Come back, we'll spend more time when there's less news. We'll see when that happens, Jon. Jon Meacham, thanks so much.